Welcome to the PokePodcast. This week, we talk about a lot of things, mostly just generational mechanics, though. Of course, we go over the news about Mecha Hawlucha, but of course, we go into our topic, which is discussing which of the generational mechanics was the best, which ones were the worst. Definitely an interesting conversation. I didn't think we'd get that much time out of it, but I was wrong, obviously. Of course, you can also check us out on stream this week. We're returning to the stream. We're going to start streaming a Nuzlocke of Pokemon Alpha Sapphire as part of the PUCL Badge Bonanza this month. So be sure to check that out over at twitch.tv/ThePucklePodcast at 7 p.m. this Wednesday. But with that, guys, that's all I have to say. So let's just jump right into the episode and puckle up for a good time.
And now, coming to you live from atop the Lavender Town Radio Tower, it's the one, the only, PuCL Podcast.
It's PuCL! PuCL! It's PuCL! PuCL! Pokemon Underground Champions League, oh yeah! PuCL! PuCL.
Welcome to another episode of the PuCL Podcast. I am your host, Trainer Thatch, here today with my spectacular co-host. We've got the one and only Fluffiest Whimsicott.
Ciao, everyone.
And we've got the hopefully energetic Clod9.
Hello, everyone. How are we doing today?
Okay, I did get it. Okay, he still did it.
Of course I did.
I think we used up all the energy he had this morning, but he did it.
Yeah, we blew that budget right there. It's all gone now.
Oh, no. You have a solid hour and a half, 2 hours of this before I crash again.
Wow.
All right. Well, good. Welcome to the PuCL Podcast. PuCL, of course, standing for the Pokemon Underground Champions League, a nonsensical name we came up with in 2007, where we talk everything Pokemon from the trading card game to the video game to everything in between. We are the longest running Pokemon podcast. And we just sit and we chat every Monday and get right to your ears. So yeah. Have you guys been up to anything in Pokemon? I would say I have, but I would be lying.
Really?
Yeah, I would be lying.
Always.
Yeah? What have you been doing, Claude?
So between last time I was on and this time, I decided, all right, I'm going to go through Pokemon Home and I'm going to put my living decks in order.
Oh, God, that sounds like such a chore in Pokemon Home.
It took 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah, Pokemon Home's GUI is like disgusting.
I didn't hate it. It was fine. It was just a long time of doing it. And I now have it set. Granted, I only did base forms by Pokedex number. So my next step is all the different forms. So it's all the different Tauroses I can have in one spot and all the Alolan forms and all that kind of stuff, Galarian, so on and so forth. But I started with just the base forms. Just the base forms. All right, that's a simple way to look at it to start with. And we can always move from there.
Yeah, that checks out. It's something I've been meaning to do because I really want to make sure I have the appropriate living decks. Man, what a boring stream, but honestly, not a bad idea. It's a good chill hangout stream. I actually know what I want to do because streams will come back this week. I want to go start a new Nuzlocke in Pokemon like Omega Ruby or something like that. Or Alpha Sapphire.
Emerald?
We were doing Emerald, but I decided to hit the reset button since I couldn't really stream in the month of August. Being that I was not in my house more than I wasn't in my house in the month of August. So I decided to hit the reset button on streams so that I could recalibrate how we do streams, right? There's going to be more stuff in the future coming up about this, but we're going to keep our Wednesdays like Nuzlocke chill hangout streams, but I want to start doing competitive Pokemon again. And so I think that might be an additional stream that pops up here and there that we'll come up with some schedule for. Probably starting very rocky in the month of September, but we'll probably get more consistent as the year ends. So I am pretty excited because I want to get back into VGC. I was playing some this has nothing to do with VGC. This is a non sequitur entirely. But I did start playing PokeRogue again for a little bit this week. My phone was not agreeing with the login, so unfortunately I couldn't do it on my phone, but I think it's a fun little game, right? You know, you just got to play it a bajillion times to like get any upgrades, but outside of just like collecting Pokemon, but it's a good time. Good time. I like it. Hey, I always appreciate some good old Poke-Rogue action. I don't know. Yeah. Other than that, like I just haven't had time to sit down and play. I'm actually really excited that we can like we'll talk about it in the next segment, but the Chi-Yu raids are coming back. And I'm really excited to get back on for those and do some shiny Chi-Yu raids so I can get my shiny Chi-Yu.
One of the best shinies ever.
Yeah, and maybe also collect the rest of the shinies I haven't collected yet from that distribution.
You should.
I've gotten the first one. I have the Wo-Chien one. I need to go back and grab the others. Or grab the Pao.
Yeah, I think it's been confirmed that we've already gotten enough though for Tinglu as well, so that should be coming soon.
I want Chi-Yu, but Chi-Yu I don't think has been out yet.
No, Chi-Yu starts, the Chi-Yu raids start this week.
Got it, that's why. I don't have it.
And so Qian Pao is already out, and then Tinglu has been confirmed to have had enough knockouts.
Perfect.
Though the number of knockouts for each one is like significantly decreasing as linear, and so like it's kind of close to like if that trend line continues, will we have enough for Chi-Yu? I don't know.
We should be careful about that.
I don't know. Yeah, so I'm gonna go do 1 million of them on my own, and then we won't have that problem.
I feel like Chi-Yu will be easier because it's frail.
Yeah, it's very frail. It's very frail, but I think I think it'll be. I also think it's a more exciting shiny, and I think people want that one more so. Honestly, if they would have left Tinglu for the end, I don't think you would have enough people for Tinglu. That is kind of my opinion. I think putting Chi-Yu at the end keeps people engaged.
Yeah.
I think that was just the best way to do it. So good for them. Good for them. But yeah, what about you, Whimsicott? Anything fun, interesting since the last time you've been on? Any fun stories?
I finished I finished replaying the story of the Indigo Disc DLC, so I got ambushed by Lo-Fi Ed Sheeran yet again. And then I've just been playing TCG Pocket and trading with my friends and trying to pull cards that I cannot pull for the life of me. But I have to say I have been enjoying the art in the newest set. It's very cute, and some of them look very silly, like the rare art.
Is this the Pokemon? Is this the Pokemon Crystal set?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. The one that was essentially Crystal, but they didn't want to call it Crystal, but it is.
Yeah. There's a Stunfisk card that is like, that silly face that Anya from Spy Family does when she's feeling, that face. That Stunfisk has that face, and it's very, very funny. Yes.
One sec. Let me see if I can find the card. Is this yep, this is it. This is the card. I found it. I was gonna pull it up. I was gonna pull it up for the video version. I see. Yes. Okay. Now I understand. Yes. I was also just pulling it up for the video podcast so other people could also see it. To make sure that we are aware. But yes, that is yes, you are correct. That is, man, the full art is so good in that game. And at least the quote unquote product is available. So
yes.
Good for you, Pokemon Pocket, being the most reasonable way to play Pokemon TCG right now. I did hear so we were talking about this in the Discord server, but for Pokemon Worlds, right? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if at some point, like, TCG Pocket makes it to Worlds, right?
I think it's coming next year. Is my
I don't think it'll be as one of the main legs next year, but I think the year after potentially.
Because it was a big side event this year at Worlds, and
it was a side event, but it only pulled like 200 people, I think. And I do say only 200 people, but when you have like a group of 20,000 people, you're talking 0.1% of them are, want to go play it. And so that's kind of, or I guess 1% of the people want to go play it.
Well, it's like, this is a thing for casuals, and casuals are not going to buy the admittance ticket to Pokemon Worlds. So I think If you did it at a free entry event, the percentage would be higher.
I think I don't disagree with you. I think that that's also the argument against it going to Worlds too, right?
True.
Is that you wouldn't have the player base. I think it'll happen. If Pokemon Go happened, I think Pokemon Pocket will happen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's going to happen.
It's going to happen. I don't think it'll be this year. I imagine my gut feeling would be after they have like 2 or 3 cards or 2 or 3 years of cards in rotation. That's when they'll do it. Kind of like the real TCG. I shouldn't call it the real TCG, but like the physical TCG. I think it'll happen. It's just a matter of time. It's not like for me. It's not like an if. It's a when.
It's a when.
Right?
Yeah.
It'll probably happen. I think there's enough traction behind it to make it happen. I mean, they added the ranked ladder, so
yeah,
we're one step away.
Yeah, they added the ranked ladder. In my mind, it's happening. But yeah. All right. Well, this is a good jumping off point. We got some news to talk about. So let's go jump into that news. Let's cue that epic ball bounce because that's what we use now.
Bounce.
Welcome to the news. This week in the news, we've got, I mean, honestly, I don't know why we're going to talk about anything else, but Mega Hawlucha was announced this week. In another video that Pokemon put out, they decided to reveal to us yet another Mega, which is pretty exciting, actually. I'm kind of hoping they do like one every Thursday up until the release of the game on a Thursday.
That's my guess.
That would be cool.
I think they might do that. My imagination is at this point, because we have 3 new Megas. I wouldn't be surprised if we ended up with something like, 20-something Megas coming out of this, just like the original X and Y.
Which is kind of what the leak said, right?
Yeah.
24, 25 new Megas.
Yeah, something in that ballpark. So I wouldn't be surprised at this point, especially now.
And they're not going to reveal all of them. Like, it's on.
No. I mean, the biggest thing about it is that Mega Hawlucha is actually a Gen 6 Pokemon.
Yes.
Which it's like...
I thought you meant, no, it's a real human. It's Rey Mysterio.
It looks like it. But it is a Gen 6 Pokemon, which means that some of the Gen 6 Pokemon, and probably even possibly farther along, might get Megas. I at least expect a bunch of Gen 6 Megas. I wouldn't be surprised if we get like 1 or 2 Pokemon, kind of like how the only way in Pokemon Legends Arceus we got Pokemon past Gen 4 was if they had a regional form in Hisui. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a couple Pokemon past Gen 6, but the only reason they're there is because they got a Mega.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Like, how many Pokemon past Gen 6 are missing from the decks at this point?
Oh, none. The only Pokemon that were missing from the Switch were Furfrou,
the
Patrat,
monkeys,
and the monkeys, and that was it.
Okay.
Not Patrat?
No, I said Patrat.
Okay.
It's Patrat, the monkeys, and Furfrou are the ones that are missing, and they're all confirmed to be in Legends EA, which is very unsurprising to me.
Yeah.
So this makes sense. So this is very cool though. Mega Hawlucha, he just gets like a new mask, and this is kind of exactly what a Mega should be.
So
I'm a big fan.
think it is the lamest Mega design, and I'm
really?
by that. Yes.
I feel like we're gonna have this a lot.
It's the exact same height. He looks no different other than they switched out his mask for a gold mask and gave him a cape.
Okay, I would like to counter and ask you how you feel about Mega
Sableye.
Yeah. I ask you how you
I
feel
also
about
think
Mega
Sableye is dumb. I'm not going to argue that either.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
It's in the same vein as Mega Sableye, though, where all they
You're
did
right,
is...
it is, and I think Mega Sableye is a bad design. Sorry, Sam.
Okay.
I would have liked a bigger change. He looks cool, but I would have liked a bigger change.
I wonder if a lot of this is just going to come down to what the base stat changes are, and then eventually when they go to champions, like what the ability is.
You're right, and the ability and stats are going to change everything, but it looks no different, and I think that's lame.
Oh, I think it's pretty cool. I like it. I don't need everything to be like a major shift or change. It's a Mega Evolution, not an evolution, right? There's a slight difference there.
Yeah, but
my issue is it looks like a cosplay Pikachu. Where
I love it.
It's the exact same thing, but it's a different outfit. It looks like a recoloring of it versus an actual Mega Evolution. And I think that's my issue.
Fair.
At least Sableye got a giant crystal.
That's true. That's true. All right. So a couple of things. After bathing in energy of Mega Evolution, its whole body has grown more muscular. Sure, maybe. Its signature move is still Flying Press, just as a heads up, in case anybody was worried that changed. It spins to increase the momentum of its dive when attacking, and it shows off its muscular chest both to its opponent and to its trainer. Thanks, Hawlucha. I don't know what else to say. The video they did to announce it was very cute, though. I like
the
that.
video was great.
Yeah,
I'm loving all these little like animations they're doing.
Yeah,
yes,
it's pretty good. They've been very good about that in the past, though. Like the past couple gens, I would say they've been very good about that. Outside of like the 24-hour stream where we got to see Galarian Ponyta for 30 seconds.
I was gonna say.
Oh, that was so dumb.
Yeah, but Mega Hawlucha is very. I mean, good for you, Hawlucha, getting a Mega. I guess you could use one. I don't know. I think it's just cooler that a Pokemon outside of the original first 5 gens is getting Megas. So I'm hoping we get more Gen 5 Megas too.
I want a Gen 7 Mega.
That might happen. You never know. You never know.
I was going back. I'm like, I kind of want to replay Alola, so I need to convince whoever's doing the PBB to Alola game. I was like, one of the people that wants to go back to Alola.
We can all rage during the first 2 hours of gameplay.
Yeah.
Start after that. Make that the first like silver medal. Just getting past the first 2 hours.
You got through the trader school. All right. Moving on. To celebrate Pokemon Legends EA, TPCI has partnered with CMLL to host a special event in Mexico City on September 25th, featuring exhibition matches with Lucha Libre wrestlers. Oh my gosh. This is amazing. Awesome. That's amazing. That is what a dumb Pokemon thing to do. I'm here for it. Use your marketing money for the most ridiculous things ever. Please.
Absolutely.
Please. Oh my gosh, that's so cool, actually. Okay, never mind. I take everything back I've ever said bad about the Pokemon Company. And so also Pokemon Pokemon Concierge is finally coming on September 4th, new episodes. So you can check those out on Netflix later this week, actually. So that's really exciting. Pokemon Concierge is so cute. The way it's handled. I just think it's some of the best like animation work we've ever gotten, and it's like a more serious adultish story. That we got this upcoming like love
triangle.
Is it a triangle?
I don't know. I want it to be a triangle, so I'm saying it's a triangle.
we at least have like this B plot about a love story, right? So I'm all here for it. All right. Well, we're gonna move on. This next piece is for you, Claude. This is all you.
Ooh, yay me! All right. Video game news. Shiny Ting Lu will be available Thursday night, and Chi-Yu raids have begun. The Charcadet is among the outbreaks.
Yeah. That's the exciting part, I think. I think that's more exciting than anything else.
I would agree.
Because then you could go shiny hunt Charcadet, which is notoriously hard to get. So
true.
Yeah.
It's just hard to see.
Oh yeah. Regulation H will be followed by another regulation that doesn't coincide with the latter until Champions releases. The VGC Grand Champions are confirmed, or Grand Challenges are confirmed for September through November, January, and May. Wait, September through November, January, and May. That's a weird choice. So global challenges should be happening February through April. The Seattle Regional was added to the schedule for the last weekend in February. At some events, VGC and Go will have dynamic seating where everyone might not be playing at the same time. Interesting.
Oh.
How does that work?
That's probably easier to do in VGC and Go, just because they actually hit their timer in the game. So it's probably easier for VGC and Go to do than it is for, I would say, like TCG, right? Where you regularly go over timer. I think they're just like Pokemon's facing a huge logistical problem at the tournament level right now, where they just like there are too many people want to play Pokemon,
And what a terrible problem to have.
It is. It is at a certain, like, I feel sorry for whoever has to figure out the logistics. Because once you get to like a certain number of people, there are very few buildings that can hold that many people. Mm-hmm. Like it's very closely getting to the point where like you're gonna have to start like I mean, maybe not like separate facilities, but you're gonna have to do something where like there's wings. Like here's the VGC wing, here's the TCG wing, here's the Go wing. Because even so, like we talk a lot about how like TCG tournaments are growing and they're very large. Like like a lot of the largest like trading card game tournaments, period, not just Pokemon, have taken place within the past like 3 years, and they've all been Pokemon tournaments. And we're talking about that growth and how we're hitting like 3,000 players for a regional for Pokemon, but we've been ignoring like the video game numbers as well. Where the video game numbers, like they've been hitting like 1,000 people, if not more, for the video game tournaments as well. So it's been getting big on all sides. And like for the record, like a good example of this is when I went and competed back in 2018, there were like 200 people that showed up for the VGC regional, and now you're at like 5 times that. Which is kind of nuts, and the logistics become a lot different. They can no longer, there's not enough folding tables in the world, you know?
Yeah.
To host like 5,000 people all at once. Like it's getting gross. Like we're talking stadium seating numbers. But yeah. All right. Well, this is you, Whimsicott. We're talking about Pokemon Go now.
The obligatory Pokemon Go news segment. Here
there's actually real news here. There's like some like big news.
But you don't have to say that. It's in the contract. The level cap will be raised to 80 in mid-October, and missions will be moved to level 71. They'll also be rebalancing the current level curve, and there is bonus XP waiting in raids and research. I am still level 37, so it doesn't concern me.
You might become level like 44 or something after they rebalance the curve.
Maybe. If you were somehow forgetting what the first Pokemon region was, the Kanto celebration runs September 2nd to September 7th, and it gives you the regionals in research.
Cool.
Yay!
That's actually really cool. I'm excited. I might go play now.
I need to check if I have the regionals. Mega Sharpedo Day raid is the 7th from 2 to 5 local time.
Cool.
And nobody cares, but you will be able to get championship points from their ladder placement at the end of the season, and they'll be introducing limited metas like VGC, because Credilli at 80% you just scares them. We're with you, Sigma.
It scares me too. It scares me too.
It scares us all.
There is also a tiny bit of TCG news. We have found out what the pre-release promos for Mega Evolutions are, and they are Meganium, Inteleon, Alakazam, and Lunatone. And that's it.
I can't wait. My locals decided to do they're doing an early pre-release. Like one of the early pre-release.
Yeah.
Like it's like on the 14th or something like that, like one of the Sundays.
Yeah.
So, but they're only doing signups right now if you come to the actual locals.
No, that makes sense. If they can do that, I think that's a really good way to handle it.
Well, that's what they're doing to start with, because they only have like a limited number of like slots.
Yeah. And I think locals.
if you come to locals, you can sign up before they put it out there.
That's how you do community properly, in my opinion.
Well, I think they're doing the same. They're gonna try and do the same thing for a lot of their events and other things going on as well. Like, I'm really hoping they do that for like options to like pre-order like packs and
I hope so
and stuff like that, because
I think
locals has been very good about, if you're one of the local, like the regulars, we're gonna sell it to you at MSRP, and I'm like, yes. Or I think that, or they were doing if you are willing to open it right now, like, or get it unsealed, you can get it MSRP. Otherwise you have to pay full price, and people are just buying like things at stupid prices for no reason in my mind.
All right, and then the final piece, PUCL's Badge Bonanza for September is Hoenn. You can play however you want, whatever way you want to play Hoenn, as long as you go to Hoenn, you get it.
I'm playing Pokemon Sea Glass Emerald.
I'm going to be playing Pokemon Alpha Sapphire probably. And then in everybody's favorite piece of news, Wo-Chien's News Corner, news brought to you at a snail's pace. 10 years ago this week, Ash's Fletchinder evolved in the anime. And Super Mystery Dungeon received a release date alongside the Mewtwo amiibo.
Ooh.
Man, what a wild time to be alive. I hate that that's a decade ago. I remember all of this.
Yep.
I remember all of this. But all right, with that, guys, we are going to go ahead and we're going to kick things on over to our topic. Welcome to our topic. Our topic today is going to be Pokemon generational battle gimmicks and how they compare. I don't know. That's not what it's going to say on the episode title. It's probably going to say something about Mega Hawlucha and then also generational battle gimmicks. And that's probably what it'll say. But the idea today is to go through each of the 4 generational battle gimmicks that Pokemon has had throughout the years, whether that be Mega Evolution, Z moves, Terrassalization, Dynamax. I kind of want to go over the pros and cons and kind of argue for them. And then at the end, I think the idea is that we each come to some sort of conclusion about which one's the best and which one's the worst. I definitely have my I have like my
answers may surprise you. It's not going to be what you think it is because we're going to fight against it.
I think we probably will. I mean, no, I think we should. I think every single one of these has a good quality and a bad quality. As much as I hype up Mega Evolution, I know that there are detriments to it. Let's just get into it. Okay, So Mega Evolution, it's the mechanic coming back to ZA, but it was also the first one that started them all back in Gen 6 in 2013 with the release of X and Y. And the idea is a Pokemon can quote unquote Mega Evolve as essentially Digivolution, where you can return back to your original form. I like that they've kind of retconned this, but fun little fact for people who didn't play Pokemon Sun and Moon to the point where you can get Mega Evolutions. The Mega Evolutions themselves had Dex entries, and every single one of them was talking about how the Pokemon was in pain by Mega Evolving.
Yeah, it was terrible.
I think they were trying to get you to stop thinking about Mega Evolution now that they had this new gimmick, to be like, this is a terrible thing you're doing to your Pokemon. But we get such classics as like Mega Kangaskhan, both Mega Charizards, Mega Mewtwo's. There's plenty of Pokemon, and I would say like a majority of them out. I'm not like Clod, and I think Mega Sableye is still kind of cool. Mega Sableye also did like dominate OU back in 2014 when it came out.
For a short period of time.
It was S tier for a while in OU because of Magic Bounce and like just being able to like Prankster and Magic Bounce being the ability on the regular Sableye and then the Mega Evolution respectively. I think it's just too fun.
Fair.
It's too fun and too gimmicky, but
it's a good gimmick. I'm not going to argue that like Mega Sableye wasn't a good mon. I think the design is lazy. And
that's fair. The ones I think are the ones that I'm like most annoyed by Mega Evolution wise are things like Mega Absol that like didn't get another typing right. Like Mega Absol gets wings. Like it should have been like Dark Fairy. Come on.
Oh yeah.
Why are you scared, Pokemon? Why are you scared?
I absolutely agree. And that is something that has struck me about the newly revealed Megas. All 3 of them so far have retained their typing.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to stay though. Like this is only 3, and I would think if you actually look through most of the Megas, I think a lot of them just maintain their typing. Like a majority maintain their typing. Some of them that got new types didn't need it. Like let's look at Mega Ampharos. Do we need Dragon type on Ampharos? Also, what is getting
it's cool?
Okay, also Ampharos is just a cool Pokemon, but like it's fine. Like Ampharos was cool before the Mega. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think at least I think we can all argue that. Let me look. I think that most of them actually kept their typing though. Like a vast majority kept their typing.
Oh yeah, they did a lot. Most did. Yes.
Yeah, I would say a
More
majority
than
of
half, I would say.
Oh,
but
definitely more than half.
But there were plenty that changed it.
Oh yeah, no, it was not uncommon, right? That certainly wasn't uncommon. I do think that a majority of them kept their typing, and so we're still in the majority, right? Like it's a numbers game. Just wait. I'm sure we will get some kind of mega in the next couple of weeks that shows us that they can change types. I'm sure that will happen.
I'm trying to think, and I think so, but also I'm like, maybe not.
I don't know. I look at some of the past megas and I go, man, I never would have thought they would just go Dragon Fairy for Mega Altaria, or that they would add Dragon type to Sceptile.
Or give Pinsir a flying type.
Or give Pinsir a flying type, right? Like there's just things like that. I also wouldn't expect them to take away Rock type from Aggron.
I mean, that was just to make it better.
Like I wouldn't have expected that. These are just very.
Okay, so they have changed types enough. Okay, so
yeah, they've changed type. Yeah, but I would say it's not super common, but it's happened enough times where it's like pulling an uncommon card from a pack, right? Of Pokemon cards. Like it's something like that.
Those are
the
hardest ones to hit sometimes.
Well, you always need the one. There's too many of them. But yes, it's something like that. It's something like that. It happens. But I think there's so the mechanic itself, I'm a big fan of, but I'm not a big fan of it because I think competitively it's super interesting. I think it's fun, and I think it's really like back 2013 was the first time in a very long time that I took competitive very, very seriously. And it was very easy to build competitive Pokemon teams back then because you kind of just picked a mega and built around it.
Yeah.
Which makes me go, oh man, that's really fun. This was really interesting. Megas are some of the coolest Pokemon designs there are. And to the detriment, I think the con, and if somebody were to fight against me and tell me Mega Evolution sucks, I think one of the biggest things they would tell me is they would go, hey, Thatch, it turns out there's only 50 of those Pokemon, you know?
Yeah. What about the other 900?
Yeah, exactly.
Like not every Pokemon can Mega, and that's the big problem there with it. It's exclusive.
It's exclusive to the Pokemon species. I think that is probably its biggest detriment. I personally think it's done in a very cool way. I think we'll get to it in a little bit, but like I think Dynamax is kind of like Mega Light is like Diet Mega Evolution. To some extent, where they're like not only can the megas, not only could Pokemon with Gmax forms do something, but also everybody can do something.
Yeah.
I think you could remedy that by maybe making like a generic Mega Stone of some sort, where like you get a buff, like the Pokemon gets a buff when it quote unquote like Mega evolves. It's maybe not Mega Evolution, but it's like Mega Energy the Pokemon gets.
That's complicated though, because
is it though?
You have to code which stats are raised by how much for every single Pokemon.
I'm talking like a generic increase. Like I'm not even talking about anything crazy. I'm thinking like, you give them plus like 20% or something like that, across the board. Just give them plus 20%. And something small. I don't know.
It's a bit lackluster.
So is Dynamax, but that's my point, I think something like that is a way to like quote unquote even the playing field, but it's definitely not as fun, right? As being like, oh man, Mega Blastoise, here he is, guys. He's here.
And he's gonna shoot the cannon after punching someone in the face with it.
Yeah, something like that. I'm actually kind of bummed. They're keeping track on Bulbapedia of like which Mega Evolutions have been confirmed for ZA. And for me, I'm also using the TCG to confirm this for myself as well. Like Mega Venusaur's in the set. Like Mega Venusaur is going to be in the game, right? Like,
but they haven't revealed Mega Blastoise.
They haven't revealed. Well, okay. So one place they have revealed Mega Blastoise, by the way, is they've revealed it in. They revealed it for the TCG products for one of the international championships.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's a Charizard. There's a Charizard, a Venusaur, and a Blastoise like international challenge.
Well, that would explain then that, and that's what I was missing.
Yeah,
great.
So those are definitely all in the game. Like they're all there. Like there's no doubt in my mind, especially now that they've revealed for TCG Pocket specifically Mega Blaziken coming back as well. And at least that means that Mega Blaziken's going to be in ZA somehow. We haven't seen Torchic running around, but it's going to be there somehow.
I would agree with that probably.
Yeah, it's going to be there. Even before that, I felt the same way, but this more or less like my fears are no longer valid.
Fears.
They were just there. I just want to know how I do it now. Okay, I'm pretty certain we're going to see a lot of these Pokemon. Probably all of them. But yeah, as a mechanic though, I really like it just because it's fun. It does something a little bit different. It's not like a generic increase or something generic that you can do with all of the Pokemon. I don't know. It's also just it also just kind of like hit the right spot after Gen 5. Right. So there's definitely some nostalgia glasses on this, but it hit the right spot after Gen 5 where it was just like, hey, we want to make old Pokemon cool as well as these new Pokemon. And honest, they did find like the modern Pokemon formula with this game with X and Y as well, where like maybe we don't need 150 new Pokemon. Maybe we only need 70, and then we just like make cool new forms of different Pokemon. And that's exactly what the pattern for Pokemon has been since 2013.
And it works.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Well, do you have thoughts? Do you guys have thoughts on Mega Evolution? I've talked a lot, so like I want you guys to give your piece.
My only other thought on Mega Evolution is, it brings new life to old Pokemon.
Yes.
In a way that the other gimmicks do not.
Mm-hmm.
Because it makes it feel like, oh, I'm playing with this new Pokemon again.
Yes.
Like in a different way. Whereas all the other gimmicks are just, oh, we can do this cool thing once or twice.
Yeah. You can do the gimmick. You can do the gimmick on the Pokemon instead of refreshing the Pokemon, right? As somebody who likes Mega Evolution, I think the counterpoint to that is look at the Pokemon they've given Mega Evolutions and if they've needed them to become a quote unquote cool refresh Pokemon. And like I look at like Mega Metagross and then Mega Salamence.
Yeah.
I look at Mega Mawile and I'm like,
yeah, yes. Mega Mawile. No, there's a lot that fight against that as well. I just think of like the 50-ish slots we have and probably closer to 75 slots we'll have at the end of the day with ZA. And I would like to remind everybody, these are by Pokemon line, not by Pokemon, if that makes sense. So you're probably representing good over like well over maybe like 20. You're probably close to 20% of the decks with those 75 megas get some kind of Mega Evolution. But I do think
some of them do not need them.
No, some of them don't. Like I don't really need like. I don't know. The one that really got me.
Mega Latios.
Yeah, okay. I was about to bring that up. I was about to bring those up.
Yeah.
Those are literally the ones. But I think like Mega Absol is a really cool idea. I think Mega Camerupt, Mega Sharpedo, really cool. Like I would say more often than not, I go, man, this Pokemon got a Mega and it's really cool. Mega Houndoom, Mega Heracross, very cool. I like Steelix got one. That's sick,
Yeah. No, there's a lot that got it that,
I would say more
needed it, but like helped it.
Yeah, I would say more often than not, having a Mega was really cool for those Pokemon. Like for most Pokemon, like if the Pokemon has a Mega, it was very cool for that Pokemon. It like the ones that didn't need it are in the minority. Like Tyranitar, sure, didn't really need it. Neither did Salamence or Metagross. Oh, to be fair, Garchomp's made Garchomp worse, but that's fine. It made Garchomp's worse. But yeah, that's megas. Let's move on to let's move on to another mechanic that I think nobody remembers fondly, but Z moves.
Okay.
I have good and bad things, but continue. Go, Claude.
So I really liked Z move, and
continue.
I'm like one of the only people that liked Z moves, mainly because one, it was widespread. All the Pokemon could, have a Z move or use a Z move power. And they all did something different. It allowed you to run unique move sets that weren't just cookie cutter, like 4 different attacks or set up in an attack. It was, oh, cool, I could run Psychic Z on this agility and get an extra speed boost, or, throw in something else, and now I'm getting a different type of buff on top of something else.
My favorite thing was the Pokemon that got like deep in their move pool. It would be like,
oh yeah,
I get one grass type move, and it's like I get Razor Leaf. Let's say some Pokemon gets Razor Leaf.
My thought went to like Peck on Mamoswine.
Yeah, you're never gonna run Aerial Ace Mamoswine, but if you can turn that into a Z move, then you're gonna run
now
it.
You have an answer to something that you wouldn't know. I loved that aspect of it, where it's,
that's true.
Cool.
That's very fun.
And granted, people are going to say, but what about Dynamax? Did they do the kind of the same thing? And the answer is yes, they kind of did.
Yeah.
But there was a lot more fun things you could do. One of my favorite things was doing Flyinium Z Tapu Koko with Mirror Move. Because I think it gave you an attack buff and then did the mirror move. So I think like one of the fun techs would have been like, oh, Excadrill counters Tapu Koko. Well, great. You can protect or substitute the first turn as they click Earthquake, and now you're Z moving their Earthquake right back at them. And it was like, wait, what is going on? And it was super fun to have an interaction like that. That wouldn't.
And then not to mention there were also just like a bajillion status moves that did something slightly different as a Z move, which I think gets forgotten about a lot. So a lot of the reason I like Mega Evolution is because of like the lore perspective on Mega Evolution as well. I think the lore for Z moves is also super exciting. I love that it has to be like a dance. It's a very like Alola thing.
Yes.
And it is one of my favorite parts of all of this is just that. But I mean, I'm also the crazy enough person that like I bought like the physical Z-Ring toy, both of them. And I own most, if not all of like the physical Z crystals they came out with. Because I just think it's super cool. It's so cool to have.
Well,
it was a really cute thing. Yeah.
I mean, the way I look at it is there was a lot of them where it's like, oh, cool, you do this Z move, and now it's basically an Omni boost for all your attacks. And I'm like, that turned irrelevant Pokemon into slightly less irrelevant.
Yeah, it was certainly like they definitely felt the critique from Mega Evolution this gen, where they didn't really want they didn't want just certain Pokemon to be exciting. They wanted all Pokemon to be exciting, right? And this is kind of the way they handled it. And not to mention they also had they did have specific Z crystals that were specific for certain Pokemon for certain moves, which is kind of cool. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I think like Pikachu EMZ or whatever, or Picani EMZ is what it was.
We're fine.
We're fine. I mean, the only one that I think would the only two that I think saw a lot of usage out of those were probably EVMZ. And one, you still have to use it on Eevee, which is terrible.
Commonium was the other one that was big.
Commonium was used a lot. And then the Z move from Ultra Necrozma, which is the Ultra Necronium Z. That one was used a lot as well. Because you had to use that to actually become Ultra Necrozma. So
correct.
I hope Ultra Necrozma comes back one day. That would be really cool. That would be really cool. I'm kind of hopeful based on Pokemon Champions having like a Z move symbol on the Omni bracelet.
Yep.
Means that we'll have a meta where it comes back.
I would like to think that we're going to have all of it. Everything is going to be in Champions in some way, shape, and form, or available to me.
My imagination, at least how this is my, it's not really a monkey's paw, but my realistic expectation is that all of those will exist, but the official metas will only use one at a time.
Correct.
Maybe two at a time. I'm hoping there's a way that we can set up our own rule sets so that we could use all four at a time, right? Like I want to, let's say Clod9 just want to hang out and battle Pokemon on Pokemon Champions. I think it should be such that Clod9 could be like, hey, we're going to just go and we're going to play with all four of them. This is our rule set. our timer is this, which is probably the bigger thing. Our timer is this, and we're just going to play and have fun.
Yes.
I'm kind of hoping that is the case. I would really like that. I would the way they can make this like even better is they could.
You're allowed one a game, like per.
Not even one a game. The way they can make this better, like Pokemon Champions better, is they could like let us share rule sets, right? Like, oh, Clod9 came up with this rule set. Here's the code to use that rule set.
I don't think they will, but that's an
they won't do
idea
that.
I've not thought of before.
I think that's how you like really make Pokemon Champions really pop off. Is you put the ability to run tournaments in the hands of the fans again. I think that's really how you make it pop off.
Okay.
But that I mean that's my opinion and dream, and it won't happen. So but yeah. But yeah, Z moves were fine though. I didn't have like anything crazy against Z moves.
I was okay with them. They were fun while they existed.
Yeah.
I will mention one of my favorite things about them was the crazy names they had. Like, I think Ultra Necrozmas was like the light that burns the sky or something like that.
It absolutely was the light that burns the sky. Some of them got pretty intense. Like the regular ones are fine, like Bloom Doom and Gigavolt Havoc. But yeah, the ones that were specific to Pokemon were the ones that got like absolutely insane. The light that burns the sky. It was like a very Japanese sounding like move.
Yes. It was like the names of Japanese TCG sets.
It is actually the only time that like a move animation became problematic for timer.
Oh my god.
Actually was light that burns the sky because it was like a 50-second animation.
Wow.
It was like an insanely long animation. So just throwing that out there. It did not need to be. No. It absolutely did not need to be.
I remember that was the day of like the 3DS where if you ran Moltres, like it would just break the game because
with triple battles. Yeah.
Because it was just so many pixels doing so many things.
Absolutely agree. No, I think Z moves were fine. After going and talking about them again, I have like a more I have a fondness I didn't realize I had for them. The only thing I will say though is when we went to Gen 8 and we heard about Dexit and we found out Megas weren't coming back and Z moves weren't coming back, I was not sad that Z moves weren't coming back. I was sad that Megas weren't coming back.
Who would be sad is the thing. Like
yeah. All right, well let's move on to Gen 8. We finally get Dynamax. This is such cool art, man. I'm gonna pull the art up first. It's like a Pangoro raid with all your little Pokemon fighting it. It's so cute. And I think that it is one of the coolest. Like I don't think Dynamax in general was that exciting. Like your Pokemon get big. I mean we should also talk about Gigantamax to some extent, but like Pokemon get big and you they didn't get a stat boost, right? Like they got a stat boost in
they get HP.
Yeah, they get HP. They get 200% HP.
The reverse of Dynamax.
Yeah, or the reverse of Mega Evolution. Yeah, reverse of Mega Evolution. Yeah, I do remember that. And then of course they get the access to the Dynamax moves, which every type had a Dynamax move. And they would actually raise stats or like cause status conditions, which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I think they tried to combine Mega and
Z moves. They did.
Pretty much, yeah.
And I don't think it worked. And the reason why I don't think it worked is every type had a specific stat that you were raising or lowering or whatnot.
And flying just became better. Well, flying just became the best one because flying 1 is just a good type. In general, like offensively, it's a good type.
With Z moves, that there were certain moves of certain types that would do different things.
You are correct. You are correct. I think the problem with Dynamax was that I think the max moves were very unbalanced.
Correct.
Like I would argue that the max moves were very, very unbalanced. What the flying move was, it was like Gale Storm or something like that. I forget what it was called.
Yeah.
But it became like max, like whatever the max flying type move was.
Max Windstorm, I think.
Max Windstorm, yes. Max Windstorm was just like very gross because they were just like, what if we took a type that is resisted by like almost nothing, and made it boost speed so that you could just always go first. And that, especially in the generation where they, it was just after Gen 7, where they had changed the way that speed worked during battles. It just became gross. And flying just became like, honestly, one of the best ones. Like
it allowed you to sweep even in double battles. Like it made it a lot more broken than before.
Yeah, and then honestly, like I think Gigantamax was their attempt at making like certain Pokemon seem a little bit different, but I don't know that we could say outside of like 4 of them that they ever saw any real play. Like
and if they did, it wasn't for any specific reason. Like Like the only thing that was cool about it was I think Lapras's set Aurora Veil, right?
Yeah, Lapras's was good. The Kanto starters had good ones.
But that's the same thing as saying like, oh, let's just give you a specific Z move for this Pokemon, and that's really all they did.
Yeah, well, the Z moves that were the good ones were the ones that just essentially were Fire Spin, and those were the good ones. Plus Lapras, plus I think there was one more that saw some play. Oh, plus the Galar starters did see play only because they essentially got their max moves were essentially just like what was it called? They were like Mold Breaker as a move. So it was like even Urshifu's G-Max forms barely saw any play.
No, they purposely didn't see play.
Yeah. It was just boring. I don't know. G-Max definitely felt flat. They were definitely trying to do megas and kind of fell flat on it. I do think it's cute that Flapple and Appleton have the same one. But
yeah, it was cute. And then they essentially turned that one into Diplin. So
yeah. I am upset that Kingler doesn't get to keep his. That's sad. That's depressing.
His bubble beard.
Yeah, his bubble beard.
There were like a couple that had really cute designs. Like Snorlax was cute.
Yes.
Garbodor being like right out of Katamari Damacy was cute.
I don't know. Even competitively, I just felt like it didn't hit as well as I wanted it to hit. It did some cool things. It made you think a little bit different, especially in doubles, but it just didn't hit the way that like Megas did or even Z moves. It just wasn't. It wasn't the same.
It felt unimpressive.
Yeah.
I think Dynamax had a different way of making you think about it, because with like terrestrialization or Z moves, you had to like take it into account.
Yes.
But with Dynamax, it was less of a let's like add this possibility into my accounting for the chess move planning of the next few turns, and more like, how do I stop this from breaking the game on my side?
Yes.
So but granted, I think terrestrialization is a worse offender of that.
Do you? Okay. Well, you know what? I'm okay with moving on to that if we want to. We can move on to terrestrialization.
Well, since you brought it up, I feel like terrestrialization has turned into I have to worry about what terrestrial type any of my opponent's Pokemon could be, into what is the terrestrial type I can make this Pokemon, so that way I can counter the thing that normally counters me and set up and win the game. I feel like a lot of games have turned into just that over.
And I think that is why VGC is open sheet now.
Yes, VGC is open sheet.
At least.
Yeah, VGC is open sheet for that reason.
It's the same way where I see draft leagues like limit the terrestrialization to some Pokemon or some types for each Pokemon.
Yes.
It's because if you leave it as is, there are way too many possibilities and you cannot possibly take all of them into account.
Yeah,
but
if it is
a single chance or a couple of chances for each Pokemon, then it starts being computable again.
I would argue it's a little bit in the same vein as Z moves. Z moves were not as egregious because you had to have a Pokemon with a move of that type in your move pool to be able to do something. And an item. No, I think the last two generations not requiring held items for their mechanics has kind of been a faux pas. I think
a bit.
I think that was the, like, if we look at Mega Evolution, for example, Mega Evolution required the held item, which I think prevented a lot of shenanigans and created a lot of balance with the mechanic. Same with Z moves, right? Z moves did the same thing. And I think if you look at Mega Rayquaza, right? Mega Rayquaza doesn't require a Mega Stone to Mega Evolve. It is the only Pokemon that Mega Evolves that doesn't require a Mega Stone. And I think because of that, it became very unbalanced. It was one of the first Pokemon that created the Anything Goes tier in Smogon because it is the original reason.
Yeah.
And because it was just too broken at the time. And I think not doing that for Dynamax and not doing that for Terra makes absolute sense. I really think Terra should require a held item just like Z moves. I think that would fix a lot of issues. I don't think it would be as fun to play like during gameplay. No. If it required that. But I do think that maybe this is the way it should happen as well, is you can't change the like you get your Terra type as your base type if you don't have a held item, but the only way to change your type from what your base type is to hold a held item. Like I think that might be a more comparable solution. I think Terra, though, like in terms of lore and fun, is more fun than Dynamax.
I 100% agree. I'm not going to argue that it's not more fun. I love being able to Terra my Pokemon and
I think Terra. I know, but part of that is that for me as well, right? Because like Pokemon isn't just competitive play. It is also like the experience of playing through the game and just having a good time with Pokemon. So like I for me at least, like when I make my list, like that's what I think of. I go, what were the fun ones? Right? Like what did I have a good time playing with? And that does include for me to some extent competitive Pokemon, but also the gameplay experience as well. But I do see the point of Terra just being too wild card. I do see that point. I just think it's fun because like you get to change the types and it's cute.
Of course.
And a stellar Pokemon won Worlds, so that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I don't like them calling stellar type a new Pokemon type, but that's fine. They're calling it a new sorry, there was a cat on me.
It's a weird like
No, it is super weird. I don't disagree with you. It is super weird. But yeah, I don't know. I think terrestrialization is fine. I don't know. I think all of the mechanics at the end of the day were fine. I have my favorites, like obviously, and my least favorites. Like I have my full list. Like I know what my list is. I think you might have moved Z moves for me though, Claude. I think you moved Z moves for me.
That was the one I was going to try and fight up because everyone puts
it is no longer at my bottom. I will definitely I think you've convinced me otherwise, and I found a nostalgia that I didn't know I had.
Thank you. I'll take that.
Yeah. I mean, this is what happened. Claude, we talk all the time. This happens all the time.
Great.
But yeah, so I think to wrap up, what I would like to do is just, go over which ones are our favorite and least favorite and why. I'll start. My favorite, and I mean, this is I am certain that there's rose-colored glasses that play into this, but Mega Evolution is by far my favorite mechanic. I just think it's fun. I think if you keep leaning into Mega Evolution, like I think Pokemon should have done over the years, we could have enough Pokemon that it doesn't feel like they're favoring certain Pokemon, right? To combat that, but I think it's just a good time to like refresh Pokemon. You get to do things like, come on, Mega Ampharos. You're not going to use Ampharos for anything else other than your Crystal, other than your Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Gold Silver playthrough, and maybe your Scarlet and Violet playthrough now. You're not going to use it for anything else. Like you're not going to do anything. It's not competitive. It's not viable. But Mega Ampharos is cool, and you can try it. Yeah, and it'll be fun. And you can use it for your You can use it for your Legend CA playthrough now. And I really think that I don't know. I think it refreshes Pokemon and it's very fun. my least favorite now, I would have said Z-Moves before this conversation, Claude. But it is definitely Dynamax. I just think it's not exciting from like the lore's not even fun. It's like yeah, we tried to kill a turn of this, and then it's now Pokemon can get big. Now Pokemon can get big. So do what you will with that. And it's just like, okay, that's wild and interesting. But now my Pokemon just get big. That's all that happens. Okay. It's just not exciting. It doesn't hit, you know?
Yeah.
I will digress though and say that I think max raids in Pokemon Go are the most fun thing I've done in a very long time. So in Pokemon Go. Sure. But I think those are my least favorite. So if anybody else wants to go, you're more than welcome to.
Whimsicott, do you want to go or do you want me to go first?
I'll go. As far as the least favorite, I definitely agree with Thatch. Like my least favorite is Dynamax. I didn't like how it worked in battles. I also didn't like that I couldn't quite get a sense of what exactly it was supposed to be in universe, because the Pokemon gets big, but it also, there was an element where it kept looking like a hologram of itself.
Yeah, they kind of mentioned that too, right? That it's kind of a hologram, like the Pokemon's the same size, but it's a hologram. Yeah.
Which, like, maybe if they had done that better, like, you know how the older guys in Ranma get their battle auras that are like the size of a building?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if they had done something a little more like that and a little less like the giant version of You're My Only Hope, Obi-Wan Kenobi, then maybe I would have liked it more. I don't know. The way they did it... The way they did it was like too much in the middle of two things without committing to either of them. So
yes,
I
do agree with that.
As for my favorite, I'm honestly on the fence because I really, really love Mega Evolutions, but Dynamax, like Terrestrialization adds a layer of fun to battles and excitement to battles because it's more unpredictable. So I guess maybe in like a few years you're gonna ask me, and Terra is not gonna be the cool new shiny thing, literally shiny. And I'm gonna say Mega Evolutions, but we'll see.
Understood.
All right.
Tell me, Claude.
All right, then I'll go through mine quickly. As I agree, Dynamax is my least favorite. I think from a lore perspective, it just didn't feel right. I don't think it was a very good design overall.
We all agreed on that. Okay.
I think our lists are going to be very similar.
Yeah. I mean, there's only so many ways you can order 4 things.
Correct.
True.
And
like with the arguments that we've made, it comes down to like the same thing where it's like I have Z moves in my 3 slot. Like I think it gets a lot of unused hate, but I think from a lore perspective, I think it fit with the Alola theme, and it after the Mega Evolution, I don't want to say problem of it being exclusive. This gave something for everybody, and I really really enjoyed that.
I really enjoyed Sun and Moon letting you do both. I think that was just. I think that was like chef's kiss. I think that was chef's kiss.
That was the thing. I think allowing you to do both was its own separate fun thing because they were both held items and you couldn't do both at the same time.
Yes, I think that held item thing does make a difference. I genuinely think it makes a difference. Every time they like the last 2 gens they haven't done it, it felt kind of weird, and I think it does need that balance.
To go in my second slot, like as much as. See, I'm not gonna be that person and say, "Oh, Mega isn't my favorite," because I've been wanting it back for years because I think it's great.
Haven't we all?
And like I'm gonna put Terrastal at 2 and Mega at 1 because my favorite gimmick that Pokemon has done has been the regional forms, and Mega Evolution feels like a regional form to me.
It absolutely is.
True.
But it's a regional evolution. It's a way to take Pokemon that I know and love and get to use them again in a different way almost entirely. And you can say the same thing about terrestrialization, where you could, transform any Pokemon to a different type, but that requires a whole lot more work to do that.
Yeah, it does.
Because you can't just do that in the game. You have to go and grind out the special Terra things that you want for the certain type you want, and you only get one option. And usually that's a lot of post-game stuff. This was a lot of stuff I can do in the game. I love the idea of being able to go game, have a Mega Evolution, and make it happen. You don't get that with terrestrialization. But you did get that with, Z crystals.
Yeah.
I never liked it with Dynamax, but I like, as much as I'm gonna hate on it, the max raid dens for Dynamax, I thought were a lot more fun than the ones for terrestrial.
Oh, I agree with you. Actually, I think the Dynamax raids were the best way to do it, and I think they were just trying to find a way to make it different. And it's kind of the way I feel about most Pokemon. Like, a lot of people will say, because they find out I'm the Pokemon guy, right? In my real life. And then they go, well, Pokemon's kind of a boring game. They haven't really done anything innovative in the past 20 years. I'm like, yeah, well, they just got it right. I don't know what to tell you. They got it right the first time. And
if it ain't broke,
they just got it right, guys. I don't know what to tell you.
Exactly.
What are you going to innovate on?
I know. I just think the Dynamax mechanic was lazy, because all it did was just, make yourself big.
Yeah, I thought so.
What is this, Gen 4 all over again?
Gen 8, I always have to remind myself too, I have to contextualize my feelings as well, because they were just, that was when Degs had happened, and the way it was handled poorly amongst the fans. And yeah, it was just a whole thing. So also the story was just bad. I could fix that story so easy. There's 2 plot points where you could just fix it. And it's fine. It's fine. I'm not going to go into it again, but
it's bad that the more I think about it, the more Sword and Shield has turned into my least favorite game.
Yeah, I can see why some people like it. But
oh yeah,
I think
get it.
I definitely think there's a few problems, but I digress. Let's end it there. Let us know what your favorite and least favorite generational battle gimmicks are in the emails this week. We'd love to hear from you at puclpodcast@gmail.com. But with that, we've got Puckle's PokeQuiz still. So let's kick it on over to that and ask your co-host some questions to test their insane Pokemon knowledge. We will catch you all on the flip-flop.
Oh hi, and welcome to the PokeQuiz, the part of the show where we quiz our co-hosts on their insane Pokemon knowledge. I'm Mark from the Dunsparce gang, here to explain the rules. Our fabulous co-hosts will work as a team to answer 5 Pokemon-themed trivia questions that fans have submitted on the Discord server. Each question is worth 1 point, with Pokedex and multiple answer questions worth more, for a total of 7 points. The host can use a free hint at any time. If they get all the answers correct and do not use the hint, they can cash it in for an 8th point.
Welcome to our PokeQuiz. We had the introduction. We're going to get right into it. Professor Oak wants to remind you that it's time to PokeQuiz, and you can submit the questions to try to stump the co-host over at puclediscord.com. All right, with that, we're going to jump into our first question. Our first question is our general trivia question, as always, and it comes to you from Gigasaurus Games. Generation 5 introduced the most new Pokemon. Which type had the most new Pokemon introduced in Generation 5?
This is an awesome question.
Yeah, the answer is surprising, especially the number. It was very, I saw the answer. I was like, wow, that is a lot, actually, though.
Yeah.
So that tells me it's not water.
Yeah, no, water. Remember, they had to put in Basculin because they didn't have a fish Pokemon.
Yeah.
So, Generation 5 had a fair bit of normal types, a fair bit of psychic types, which was strange.
Actually, there were a lot of
Yeah, but fire is never, it had a lot of fighting, a lot of bug. It had a lot of fighting. Wait, let's count them.
Wait, all right. So if we're looking at just fighting, you have if I go from like you have the trio, the Justice trio plus Keldeo.
The Justice trio plus Keldeo. One of the starters.
One of the starters, so that's 2 in there, right? Because Pignite, or was Pignite fighting or no?
Pignite, I think, is fighting, but I wouldn't count it because I'm not sure.
Mienshao, line.
Mienshao, Mienfoo, Sock and Throw.
Sock and Throw. You have Conkeldur's line.
Conkeldur's line. We're already at 12.
Scraggy and Scraggy.
And that's 14. Any more of them?
No, I think that's it.
Well, 14 is 10% of the Pokédex almost, because Meloetta Pirouette form is also a fighting type.
Okay, so 15.
So at 15, maybe 16. That's 10%. Literally 10%. It's not bad. We can count off the normal types. There were a lot of them, because you had, so the.
I think I might. Because I as much as there were like normal types, I don't think there were that many.
The normal types are a lot because you have Lillipup, that's 3. Okay. You have Watchog, that's 2. Then you have the Braviary line, that's 2 more. Then you have Audino,
that's 3 more.
Audino and Pheasant, we're at 11. Meloetta is counts here as well, 12. Any more normal types?
Chinchino, Minchino. So you're
Chinchino, Minchino, that's 14.
I'm gonna need an answer here, guys.
I think it stops there and you go fighting.
I'm okay with giving that answer.
Yeah.
Fighting? Is that what you guys are going with?
15, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, fighting is your answer. The correct answer is grass with 20. There were 20 grass types introduced. Yeah, isn't that surprising?
So the starters, the monkey, me, Lilligant, one of the Swords of Justice,
Sawsbuck, Deerling.
Sawsbuck. Oh, and the whole Livani line. They're bug and grass.
Not to mention Pharaoh Seed and Pharaoh Thorn.
That makes sense.
Totally missed that.
Yeah. It's crazy. I saw that and I'm like, that is correct, but I did not think that.
Yeah. I tend to forget that Ferrothorn and Ferroseed exist because I have been allowed to forget about their existence, and I'm very grateful about that.
Well,
there's just so many forgettable grass types in Gen 5.
Yeah. You are 0 for 1. Your next question is another general trivia question.
Was that a dig at Maractus?
Oh, we forgot about Maractus. Oh, man. This next one is from Rockruff Rider. Who is the only Pokemon whose base stat total matches its national dex number?
Oh, we've had this before.
We have had it before. That's the only reason I asked it.
Tells me it's like 530 and it's Arceus or something crazy like that.
I think it's Arceus, yeah.
Arceus, like whatever.
Are you locking that in?
Arceus, yeah.
Arceus at like 5, something like that.
Yeah. 540.
I just need the Pokemon. Something. I just need the Pokemon. I don't need the number. I just need the Pokemon.
Yeah, because 547 is me. That one I remember. And Arceus is around there.
The answer is Arceus. Arceus is number 567, and that is its base stat total as well. Yes.
Great. All right. I'm glad I remember that one.
Yeah.
Good job, Claude.
1 for 2. Your next question is your Pokedex entry question, as always. This comes to us from Ground Flying and Fire on the Discord server. I know what they were trying to do with that one. I don't know that anybody else will know what they're trying to do with that one, but based on all of the names from 60s rock bands recently, I feel like people can figure it out.
It is almost the 21st of September. Yeah.
It is almost the 21st of September. Yeah. This entry comes to you from Pokemon Omega Ruby. It prefers to battle by biting apart foes' heads instantly while flying at high speed. That's the whole thing. It prefers to battle by biting apart foes' heads instantly while flying at high speed.
Wow, that's
aggressive.
Yeah.
Oh god.
So I feel like, so it sounds like something like Salamence, but Salamence's entries usually talk about, oh, I can finally fly, you know.
I have no idea where this is going.
Garchomp technically also flies at high speeds, which always, trips me up, but it does, and it definitely bites. So
we
can just throw it out there for round 1. I have no idea.
Salamence? Are you going with Salamence round 1?
I thought it was Garchomp, but yeah.
Or Garchomp? Yeah, Garchomp round 1?
Let's do Garchomp because it's funnier that it flies.
Okay. I forgot to change the name over here. This is from Pokemon Heart Gold. The next entry. This 6-legged Pokemon is easily capable of transporting an adult in flight. The wings on its tail help it stay balanced.
Oh.
Probably not Garchomp. Garchomp, I don't think, has 6 legs.
Nope. What is this monstrosity?
Give me a second. I'm going through my mind palace of Pokemon.
My mind palace.
You heard me. I have one idea.
Which is?
Yanmega?
I was thinking the same thing, but does it have wings on its? And it's big, and I think it does have wings in the back, and it has big chompers. So
I didn't know about the biting thing. That's the only thing that threw me off, and I'm like, if it was like the 6 legs, I'm like, has to be an insect then, and then I'm like, where does it go from there? And I'm like, maybe Yanmega.
I think it makes sense. I can't think of anything else that would fit the bill.
Is Yanmega your final answer?
Let's go with it. Why not?
Yeah.
Yanmega is correct. It is Yanmega.
Yeah. Nice.
It is Yanmega. All right. You guys are 2 for 3. Your next answer is your multi-answer question. There are 6 answers to this question. I will give you 1 point for every 2 answers you give me.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm going to hope you guys played Pokemon. This question is from Toganic.
Sometimes.
And their question was, there are currently 6 museums we can visit in mainline Pokemon games.
Gosh.
Where are each of them located?
Okay. Let's list off the Pewter City.
You do have to lock them in. You have to lock them in, and you get 3 strikes.
Okay.
As always.
Pewter. I'm fairly sure. Then there's one.
Pewter is correct. Pewter City Museum of Science is correct.
Is that the only one in Kanto?
Yes.
Okay. I have to go through generation by generation to see if there's walk through it all in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Do the ruins of Alph count as a museum? I don't think so.
They're not a museum.
Then I don't think there's any in Johto.
No, I don't think so. In Hoenn, there is definitely one in Moss Dip City has like a space museum or something like that. Doesn't it?
Station.
That's not a museum. That's not a museum.
There is something though. It's where Team Aqua steals the parts.
That museum. The very yes. There's one.
I just need the city. I just need the city.
Slateport
is correct. Slateport.
Okay.
That is your first point.
But there's also like the one with the space rocks. I'm sure there's something with space rocks. It might be just Steve's house, but
so doesn't Lily Cove have the costume? The
contest
museum.
You can lock that in. I can let you know. 3 strikes. You get 3 strikes.
I think that's one of them.
Mm-hmm.
The Lily Cove Museum of Art is correct. That is 3.
Awesome. And now that you said Museum of Art, I am reminded that those exist in Gen 6.
So in Gen 6, I know there's the fossil museum that you have to walk through.
Yeah, that is Umbrette Town. Umbrette Town.
That's not a museum. That's an
exhibit that you walk through.
It literally is a museum.
Wait, do they call it a museum? Because if so, this question
I
has
don't know if they
inaccuracy.
call it a museum. Maybe it's not called that. Maybe it doesn't have a name. But it's definitely a museum.
Umbrette Museum. I'm double checking the question.
It's fine if it's not called that and it doesn't count. But
we're looking it up. Umbrette Town does not have a museum.
Okay.
It has the fossil lab and the aquarium.
Oh, aquarium. Okay. It also has like a golden Magikarp statue. So I thought maybe.
Yeah. That's pretty close. That's your.
That was a natural museum.
I'll give you a strike on that. Yeah, sure. I'll give you a strike on that. I decided.
Okay. The normal type. The normal type. 5.
Okay.
Well, we should go to Gen 4. Gen 4 has a library. And then the mining museum in Oreburg.
Correct. That was what I was thinking. It was the
Oreburg mine is correct. Yeah, the Oreburg Mining Museum.
I don't think the library counts as a museum.
No, it's a library.
Doesn't. You have 4. You have 4 of them, by the way.
We have 4. Okay, so we're missing 2. Lenore's Gym is a museum in Gen 5.
Do you remember the name of the city?
I can think about it. Lenore is located in.
I'll probably just give it to you because they're all named over club.
It's the one before Pinwheel Forest, and it's called.
Is it the?
I'm gonna give it to you.
Nakreen.
Nakreen is correct. Nakreen City.
Good job.
The museum and gym.
Okay. So
yes.
The next.
And then there's the place where you can put your own art. Isn't there something like that?
There's only one location left.
That was the Lily Cove one, wasn't it?
Yes.
Are you sure there's only one left?
I am sure. Yes.
Which one are you thinking of? Because maybe the art gallery is a gallery and not a museum.
My mind went to the Parfum Palace. Because that's technically like an exhibit for people to come through and walk through, but it may not be technically a museum.
That's not a museum.
Okay.
Okay.
Isn't there one in Lumios? The art museum in Lumios? Am I making that up?
I don't remember it.
You have 2 strikes. You could just ask.
We have 2 strikes. Okay, that's nice.
Well, because my mind
we can use
that,
one then.
I thought there was something in the Eterna City as well. I have 2 thoughts of where I think there could be a museum.
I need an answer.
Let's go with yours since we still have 2 strikes, Claude.
Which one? I had 2.
The Lumios Art Museum, you said?
I think it's Lumios has an art museum.
The Lumios Art Museum is correct. That gives you guys all 3 points on that question. Okay. So for everybody at home who couldn't follow that conversation, the answers to this question are the Pewter City Museum of Science, the Lily Cove Museum of Art, the Slateport City Oceanic Museum, the Oreburg City Mining Museum, the Nakreen City Museum and Gym, and the Lumios Art Museum. All right, your next question is your base stat question as always. You guys are 5 for 4. Yeah, let's say that. And this question this week comes from Speed Demon Jet. And the question from Speed Demon Jet is a very topical one. What Pokemon with the Quick Feet ability has the highest base speed?
Okay, technically we have the hint. Can we use the hint to ask if it is?
To ask, you're gonna ask me a question. I don't even get to give you the hint. I just get to answer a question.
I kind of like that more than the hint.
Ask the question. Ask the question. Yeah, go ahead.
Is it Jolteon?
Yes, it's Jolteon. That's not. Jolteon is the correct answer with base stat of 130. Lanoon, both of them, Galarian and regular, are second
100.
with 100. Mightyena, it follows that with 70. And then, surprisingly, Zigzagoon, both of them follow up after that.
There's two Zigzagoons?
Yeah,
I'm thinking of Zangoose. I don't know why I thought Zangoose. I'm like, what?
But yeah, there we go. All right.
That was funny.
Well, that changes up our standings for sure. We're gonna go ahead and pull up the trivia score here. And I'm gonna add in I guess Claude's points. You got 6 of them today, Claude. And so did you, Whimsicott. You got 6 of them as well. That does change up the bottom not top 5 standings or top 4 standings. So for those of you at home, in first place we have whoever's in the top 4 gets to go to the tournament at the end of the year. And we tallied up at the end of November. Currently in first place we have Clod9 with 84 points. Followed up by Jushiro with 73 points. In third place, Seth Vilo with 68. In fourth, R Sigma with 67. Whimsicott is in 5th now, so you're in shooting distance here. By shooting distance, I mean you got to be on the show a lot. And you have we were just at 67 points with R Sigma. In 5th place, we have Whimsicott with 47 points.
That doesn't just mean I need to be on the show a lot. It also means I need to make sure
Sigma.
that Sigma has a sore throat for the next 3 months. So.
We're making some changes next year, okay? We realize the flaw in the current plan, okay?
What you mean my plan of not signing up, and then when people don't sign up, like, I can do this week. And then just go up.
Yeah, exactly.
I used to do that. I think you stole my thunder.
We've got Shark Finnegan in 6th with 44, Sublime Manic in 7th with 43, Linian in 8th with 37, and Bo bringing up the rear at 9th with 32. The thing is, everybody's grouped together pretty well. Like, the top 4 is grouped together pretty well, and then everybody else is grouped together pretty well. We just have this cliff that happens in between. It's fine.
Where was Shark on that list?
He was in 6th at 44.
I feel like he's been on a lot, but I don't know why I assumed that.
But yeah, that has been it. If you want to tune in for more PokeQuiz, you can tune in next week. With that, though, guys, we're going to kick things on over to Puckle's Poke Opinion. Welcome to Puckle's Poke Opinion, the part of the show where you guys give us an opinion over on the Discord server and we talk about it. This week, the opinion comes from The Real EV, and he asks, what do we think Pokemon's biggest flop has been in the past, 30-some years, right? Like,
Dynamax.
Turnamax. Turnamax or Dynamax?
Okay. Biggest
I think this is a difficult question because we would probably have forgotten about it.
I mean, that makes it difficult, but it makes it more fun, I feel like.
Yeah. So we need to dig into our little mind drawers
our mind palaces.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all right. I have an answer.
What's your answer, Claude?
The biggest flop, and I'm using this kind of like a pun. Magikarp.
Is it Magikarp Jump?
I don't know. Okay, Magikarp Jump was more successful than it should have been in so many ways.
It lasted a total of 1 week and then died.
No, it didn't. That game was alive forever. And I knew people who played it until it got shut down.
Yeah. I know people who play it to this day. They got the APK and they're playing it.
That is wild. I think that's absurd. And
no, it is absurd. It is absurd. There's a bajillion Magikarps. It's fine.
Oh, what was the Pokemon Duel?
Okay, that wasn't a flop. Okay, I won't call Pokemon Duel a flop. But what I will call a flop is the Pokemon trading figure game, which Pokemon Duel is.
Okay.
So this is like a thing from way back in the day. I don't even know if Europe got this, Whimsicott. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but so way back in the day, Pokemon, this was the year was probably 2006, 2007. It was released in Europe. It says they came out with this game called the Pokemon trading figure game. The idea was to essentially make the TCG, but with little figures as well. And you move them around the map. The map was exactly Pokemon Duel. Pokemon Duel for the mobile app was Pokemon, the trading figure game. The problem was the trading figure game flopped so hard that they only ever released the base set and then one expansion. They had planned like 2 more expansions after this that were known about and were like demoed at shows. But because it flopped so hard, they just never came out.
Okay.
And
I have another answer as well then.
I have another answer as well. Yeah.
I'm actually kind of bummed because it actually has some of the coolest figures. Like the Feraligatr figure from Pokemon, from the Pokemon trading figure game is so sweet. That one was released. I think I do believe in my heart of hearts that the Pokemon trading figure game was just ahead of its time. I believe that if it were to have come out like around the same time as Amiibo, it would have done way better. I think it would have done so much better. I think 2006 was just too early for people to be like, oh man, I'm going to collect a bunch of figures. They needed the millennials to get to the point where they were old enough to have disposable income. That's kind of where I'm at. I think this could have been as big as Pokemon cards if it released in like 2013.
Yeah.
But I digress. I wouldn't be able to buy those either, I guess,
Okay. From a different Pokemon hot take perspective then, I'm going to say the biggest flop is Young Goose and Gumshoes.
I don't. Okay, to be fair, so okay. I'm not going to talk about it on the show, but I know that there's a resemblance that Gumshoes has to.
Oh, I wasn't referring to that. I just think it's the most useless.
Oh, I agree with that.
Pokemon they have come out with. I was debating between that and like Patrat and Watchog.
Gumshoes is just a detective. Like that's what he's supposed to be, as a detective.
Yeah. I'm not referring to the other thing. I think it's a useless Pokemon that has no redeemable quality.
And what I'm really bummed about is they got Stakeout, which is like such a cool ability. And then nobody else has gotten it. And outside of, actually I lied. A lot of people have gotten it. Nickit got it. Spiduff's got it. And so did Mabostiff. But they just like none of the Pokemon that have it can do anything about it, right? Like they're not good. They're not going to do anything about it.
Correct. And I think it is the biggest flop because they came out with a cool idea, a new thing for it, a new ability that in theory is really cool. And it does absolutely nothing.
Does nothing.
I find it more disappointing than Watchog because Watchog is also just completely useless.
Yeah.
In my mind. But I think Gumshoes is a worse offender because they tried really hard to give it something, and it got nothing.
It got nothing. Nothing at all.
That is
absolutely
my definition of a big flop. Whereas Watchog they didn't expect anything from. Gumshoes tried something new.
I have an actual objective answer.
Okay.
I'm looking at the sales numbers of Detective Pikachu Returns.
Okay, that was a dumb idea. But okay, no. Detective Pikachu Returns was actually a terrible idea.
Yes.
Yeah, it was like, oh man. Okay, so the problem, this was like the weirdest thing about Detective Pikachu in general, was that it's very clear to me that like Nintendo/Pokemon was very wary about handing over like a real franchise to movie people. So they handed over specifically Detective Pikachu because they're like, yeah, nobody played this game. It's also not out in the US or anything right now. We should make that. And oh man, it was so bad. And then they're just like, yeah, we made the movie. The movie was good. Like for a video game movie,
the movie was great.
But Detective Pikachu walked so Sonic the Hedgehog could run.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm not talking about the movie. I'm talking about
the game.
Second game.
Well, because They waited too long to ride the hype.
I think I am one of the only people here who has actually finished the first Detective Pikachu.
Yes.
Like, I didn't get frustrated when it told me, no, you cannot make orange until I give you a piece of paper that says that red and yellow make orange. I actually got past that, and I'm the oldest one here. And I did not buy Detective Pikachu Returns.
Why? I don't know why anybody would. Oh my gosh! It only sold 85,000 copies in Japan.
It sold. The total number I have on this website is 137,528 in Japan.
That's not a lot. That's not
that
a lot.
Is
actually.
not a lot. That is very, very, very little.
That's nothing.
Terrible. Yeah.
I think the problem with Detective Pikachu Returns is that they were trying to like ride on the movie hype, but they waited way too long to make it. They just waited way too long. They're like, oh, but what if we like came out with the game, 3 years after the movie, or 4 years after the movie, and I'm sure part of it was like a COVID slowdown. But it was just like, it's like, no, the iron is no longer hot. Like, it is ice cold.
It's not
actually
just no longer hot, but you actually make it a sequel to a game that is for literal babies. And you make it cost as much as a Switch game costs.
Yeah.
And you don't really give any hints that it's going to actually be as fun as the movie was, because the movie was not for kids. Not for little kids, at least.
Yeah.
Like, you are like, okay, I'm going to give you a new Detective Pikachu game after we did the movie, and we're going to ignore the movie completely, even though the movie was the only good thing about Detective Pikachu.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. It's very that.
All right. Well, that is our Pokey opinion. Let us know what you think Pokemon's biggest flop was next week in the email, in the mailbag. But yeah. With that though, guys, we're gonna kick it on over to maybe a mailbag. Yeah, we'll catch you over there. Welcome to our mailbag, except it's not a mailbag. It's actually Pokemon 15 questions because we didn't get any emails this week. That's fine. I liked last week's topic. You guys didn't, I guess. But hopefully next week you guys will email us at puclpodcast@gmail.com and let us know what mechanics you think are the best and the worst, which or even what Pokemon's biggest flop was. I'd love to hear from you guys. Honestly, that flop thing could have been a whole topic if we would prep for it beforehand. Maybe we should do that later on. I'm gonna put that in the bank.
Why not?
But yeah, all right. We're gonna go ahead and get right into it, though. The way we're gonna play this.
Does the contract say that if it's not an actual mailbag, it's not sponsored?
It's not sponsored. It's not sponsored. Unsponsored content. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. The rules of this are Whimsicott and Clod are going to take turns operating as a team, trying to guess what Pokemon I have pulled up on my screen. They are going to ask questions. They can only be yes or no questions. Clod is going to definitely change up the mix and ask questions that are not super No, I like it. It makes it better content. So I'm all for it. So
good.
With that, we're going to go ahead and jump into it. I don't know who you want to have ask the first question. You guys can ask the first question. Get it knocked out.
Claude, go ahead.
All right. Let's start things off kind of simple, and then we'll slowly get things a little more crazy.
A little crazy and wild.
Thatch.
Yes.
If this Pokemon, had to compete in a skateboarding competition.
Okay.
Do you think they would do well?
No.
All right.
No.
We can cross out anybody that's all bipedal Pokemon are probably gone.
I'm not going to say that.
It's a
I'm just saying
Pokemon that is very unbalanced and awkward.
I'm thinking some bipedal Pokemon might not be able to ride skateboards properly or well. You asked if they would do well. You didn't ask if they could ride a skateboard. You didn't ask if they could ride a skateboard.
I said well. That's fair. All right. Okay.
Exactly.
If you ask me if they can ride a skateboard, the answer is yes. They can ride a skateboard. But so can my cat. Maybe, I don't know.
So
well as no.
If this Pokemon fell off a skateboard.
Oh, we're just going full on this. Okay, continue. last time Seth at least balanced Clod out by asking the normal questions.
I'm probably going to do that when I get frustrated because we are reaching like the 15th question and we have no idea. But for now, I want to have fun with my friend.
Yes.
Okay. Continue.
Okay. If this Pokemon fell off of a skateboard, would it get more or less hurt than a 10-year-old child?
Ooh, it depends on how it falls off the skateboard. That is my answer. I don't know.
Ooh, but that applies to the 10-year-old child as well.
That's true. Yeah. If it falls off backwards, it will hurt itself more. Yes.
Then a 10-year-old child? Gosh. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, that's a big hint, though.
Okay. All right.
I don't really know how to answer that. I hope I'm correct.
Do you think in a one-on-one like boxing fight against this Pokemon, you could win?
No.
Okay. So that tells a lot.
Yeah.
I had a lot of faith in the match beforehand, so.
I did use the kickbox.
See, and you are proving my point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that made me think that it either has a frail back for some reason, something fragile on its back, or maybe a big head. But at the same time, it could kick Thatch's butt in a fight. So
yeah.
Maybe we should ask, is this Pokemon taller than you?
Do you know how tall I am?
Yes.
Yes, it is taller than me. Yes.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. How tall is that?
We have met in person, Thatch.
Yeah, I am roughly 5'10" on my driver's license.
So it is taller.
Yes, it's taller than 5'10".
Okay. That means we've narrowed down just in that question to like maybe 100 Pokemon.
Yeah, maybe a bit more than 100, but a lot of them are not taller than 5'10".
So my immediate thought right now is Dodrio.
Huh?
I don't know. I think it could be Dodrio.
What a thought.
My immediate thought is it's going to be Dodrio.
Okay.
So let me, with that in my mind,
you are on 4 questions, by the way.
If this Pokemon were to compete in like a national hot dog eating contest, do you think they would give Joey Chestnut a run for their money?
Yes. Yeah, I think they would.
I think 3 Heads would definitely do that.
Joey Chestnut. I feel like a lot of Pokemon in general would do that. I don't know. It's like asking if like a wolf would give Joey Chestnut a run for his money.
Have fun here. Poke holes in my thoughts. Yeah, but like something like Quaquaval could not give. I don't think would do well.
No,
that's fair. No, you know what? I agree with that.
Quaquaval is not taller than 5'10". I don't think.
How tall is
also
Quaquaval?
Probably very good. It also would be like very good at a skateboard, but that's the point.
Yeah, I agree. I keep going back to that thing.
Quaquaval is taller than me. It is 5'11".
Oh wow. They must count the crest as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we counting like fur as taller than you because it's longer, or it has?
Yeah,
to be
this is based on the Pokedex entry number.
Okay.
So the length. Okay.
Okay. We can count length. Okay.
So, could this Pokemon arrive to the hot dog eating contest by flying in any capacity?
No, it could not.
So they can't fly, so there's no Dodrio. Darn.
Yeah.
It also means no Whimsicott.
No Whimsicott, no, I don't know, Golurk or something like
Whimsicott isn't
that.
taller than Thatch. Whimsicott isn't taller than Thatch.
I'm really not.
no
I'm really not. I don't even clear 5'5".
Okay. I'm trying to think of what other Pokemon.
At least remember the questions you asked. You're frustrating the listeners at home so much. They're just like, ask what type it is.
We might.
Oh gosh, I can think of all right, well, I mean, I can, at least I don't want to do the type. That's less fun. Okay.
No, that's fine. This is question number 7, by the way.
Number 7. So we have so many questions. We're fine. And we've already narrowed it down. I have another thought in my head now of like Regice. I think if Regice falls on its back, it could easily crack itself and
but it would also crack it if it fell on its front. That would be my argument.
True. Either way, that's where my mind is at. So I need to try to do something like that. Do you think that this Pokemon, if they had to, you know how like before the Olympics they have to like run the torch?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Do you think they would be able to complete that run in a reasonable amount of time?
What is a reasonable amount of time?
Like
a light jog. A light jog.
Or would they be slow? I'm basically asking, are they slow?
Are they? I mean, their base speed is above 80.
Okay. So they could.
They
probably could. I look at the picture and I'm like, I don't know. I don't see it, but
So
if you don't think so, that tells me a lot. Okay.
So if this Pokemon didn't want to jog, but wanted to drive to the venue, and the venue was in the United States of America, would this Pokemon, based on the year of its introduction into the main series games, be able to drive there?
No, it would not. No, it would not. What a weird way to ask what gen it's from.
Okay.
I do like it. I do like it. I do like it though.
Since it can't drive, that means it's 2009 or later it came out, which means Gen 5
or Gen 5 onward.
Yeah.
Okay. So
that's a good question though.
Now, see, this changes things because now my mind is at like, is it Duraludon / Archaludon? Because I feel like they could skateboard but would not be good at it. They have that thing on their back and that would make it difficult for them. It would hurt them.
Yeah.
More. They can't drive, and I think they might be able to give Joey Chestnut a run for money in an eating contest.
They're big.
They're big. They're big. Exactly. They're tall. So
I don't think Archaludon taller than 5'10". It has to be, right?
I think they're both taller than 5'10". I think they both clear like 6.
Good. Okay.
At least that's the
Archaludon is 6'7", and Duraludon. I don't know why I'm helping you. But
it's okay. It's okay. We're all having fun.
Duraludon is 5'11".
Okay, so they're both taller than 5'10". Great. So with that in mind, and Thatch could not beat this in a fist fight, which is the important.
True.
That's true. That's also an important thing. Yeah.
And it's relatively speedy.
Okay. Yeah, I think they both have over 80 base speed, which is the weird part about it. Okay. If
they do.
Now,
yeah,
do you think that this Pokemon, if they were attending like a high school, do you think they would have gotten like A's and B's, or would they have? Do you think they would have gotten A's and B's in their classes?
I can't answer that question. There's no you get a new question. I can't answer. I can't answer that. Fine. There's no intelligence based stat in Pokemon, Claude. Okay,
I know, but
yeah, but I mean, if you look them, Yeah, exactly. If you look at Clodsire in the face, like
you're gonna say Clodsire got A's and B's?
He could have. I don't know,
yeah,
Clodsire.
Because it's a very dedicated guy.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know his family situation. Okay.
Fine.
That's fair.
That's fair. All right, I can get with that. I can get behind that. Oh, gosh.
This is question number 9, by the way. This is the question number 9.
I know. Do you think that this Pokemon would choose to go to the beach over going to the mountains on vacation?
No, I think they would go to the mountains instead of the beach.
Seems like Duraludon to me. Just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, he's constantly known for his avid hiking on mountains.
Okay, you are at 9 questions total, by the way.
So, you said you could not beat this Pokemon in a fist fight.
Probably not, no.
But if a fighting type Pokemon, a real pro, took on this Pokemon,
like
would it be super effective? Would it be super effective? Is that what you're saying?
Would it have an advantage? Yeah.
Yes, it would. It would be super effective to this Pokemon.
Okay. All right, I'm like this more.
This Pokemon is weak to a fighting type move. Yes.
Okay. Now here's the other thing that came into my mind. That means it's normal, it's steel, it's rock, it's ice. You know who else is really tall?
Oh, dark.
It could be dark, yeah. It's a Titan.
Oh.
And Titan, I also think is another great option for this.
Yeah. And if it falls on...
Yeah. Well, it could fall and be fine.
It could roll.
That's why.
So it probably wouldn't... Yeah.
All right, so I need to find a way to narrow it down properly, since we know it's basically steel, rock fighting ice dark. What is a good way to ask? Okay. Here's a good way to look at it. Is this? Let's say I'm an up and coming dragon type trainer.
Okay.
And I am looking for a Pokemon to add to my team. Is this a Pokemon? Or let's say I'm an up-and-coming trainer. Like I'm like 5 or 6 years old, and I love the idea of dragon type. Is this a signature Pokemon of one of the dragon type trainers that exists in the Pokeverse?
I don't think it's actually on a dragon type. Oh wait, it is. There is an Elite Four member that uses it. Yes.
Ooh, there is an Elite Four member that uses this Pokemon.
Yeah, it's. I mean,
Charladon is screaming higher and higher now because you have the Blueberry Academy.
Yeah.
You guys are at 11 questions. 11 questions have been used. You have 4 questions remaining.
Okay. So this Pokemon is starting to sound more and more like a cool guy. Does it have something that only this Pokemon can do? And by that I mean a signature move.
Yes, I believe so. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Okay.
We have 3 questions left.
If this Pokemon were, let's say, a piece of architecture out in the world.
Yes.
Do you think people would be able to cross it?
No.
No, so it would be a bridge.
Oh.
Okay, so maybe it's not our Charladon. Now I'm worried. Oh no. There goes my
You guys were really hung up on that Archaludon thing for a second. Like
that's why I wanted to understand if it was or wasn't.
Got 2 questions remaining. 2 questions remaining.
Oh gosh, now we're in trouble.
The fact that he said no, though. When you asked if it's on a dragon type trainer.
He said it's on an Elite Four
It's not elite form.
But you didn't say no to the dragon type part.
No, it is a dragon type. It's a dragon type. I'll concede to that. I'll concede to that.
It was a dragon type Elite Four.
Yeah.
So the thing is, so technically, Duraludon is not crossable. Does Duraludon have a signature move itself? Or is it just Archaldon that does?
I think it's just Archaldon with the electric shot.
Yeah, electroshock, whatever.
I don't know if Duraludon does.
I don't think it does. It had something weird that it did. But I don't know.
I'm going to need a question here, guys. I need a question.
Okay.
It's Pokemon 15 questions, been 20 minutes. Come on. We got to ask questions.
I don't think Dragonite is taller than Thatch. I think Dragonite
it also can't drive. It can drive.
Dragonite can drive. Gen 5 or later. Dragon type that is also weak to fighting. I know what it is. Is this Pokemon named after sort of a mythical, legendary artifact?
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
Wait, a mythic, legendary.
It's Baxcalibur.
Oh.
The answer is
Baxcalibur taller than Thatch?
Yes, it is.
It's a big guy.
Oh. We were close, but so far. All right. I guess the last question then is it Baxcalibur?
Yes, it's Baxcalibur. Yes.
Woo!
Oh, I was focused on the wrong dragon type. Wow.
I was waiting for you to like ask a question about like the form factor because it was essentially the same form factor.
I kept getting stuck on the thing on the back, and yeah. And that's its whole thing. Like it uses the thing on the back, but then it gets frail because Glaive Rush lowers its defenses for the next turn.
Oh wow, that was fun. We got there.
You did get there. You did get there.
Somehow.
A little bit of hand holding, but yeah, you got there.
Hey, listeners, if you like this, please let us know in the comments or emails next week because we had so much fun doing this, and I love this part of the show.
I bet it's gonna be like 40% people who are like, "Yeah, that was fun," and 60% people were like, "That was so frustrating. I yelled at my radio the entire time. Never do that again."
If they're yelling at a radio, there's another problem going on.
All right.
You don't listen to podcasts in your car?
Not on my radio.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. If you want to email us next week at puclpodcast@gmail.com, let us know what your least favorite and favorite generational battle gimmick has been, or what you think Pokemon's biggest flop has been. Additionally, you can follow us throughout the week over at pucldiscord.com. You can come and follow us over on social media at Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Blue Sky. Additionally, you can also go and follow us over at Twitch at twitch.tv/thepuclpodcast. We'll be back this Wednesday with a stream. You can, of course, check us out over on our YouTube channel. If you're not already watching us there now, there's a video version of the podcast over there, over at youtube.com/puclpodcast. And finally, if you want to help support the show, you can get ad-free versions of the podcast over at patreon.com/puclpodcast. So yeah, with that, guys, I have been Trainer Thatch.
I have been the Fluffiest Whimsicott.
And I have been Clod9.
And here in the Lavender Town Radio Tower, it's closing time.